School report. This is the first time that we are celebrating Parents' Day in our school. And so it is good to look back and know how the St. Joseph School began in Songlu village. Due to lack of quality education in Athibung area, Songlu villagers, leaders, Kuki students organization and Athibung area decided to request the parish priest of St. Xavier's Parish, Jaluki, to start a Catholic school in Songlu village in the year 2007 to materialize the urgent need of the area. Sri Pius Lankholam, catechist, Sri late Francis Janghen, church secretary, and Sri Joel Sailal, church member, went down to Jaluki and met the parish priest, Reverend Father John S. Kavas, and submitted a formal letter requesting to start the Catholic school in Songlu village. After a few months, the parish priest, Reverend Father John S. Kavas, came to Songlu village and had a meeting with the church leaders, GBs, and village council members to discuss about the possibility of opening Catholic school. They had elaborate discussion on this matter and various issues came up during the meetings were like land, school building, accommodation of teaching staff and enrollment of students, etc. The church leaders, village council and GBs promised their full cooperation and support in finding a building to start the school and accommodation of the teaching staff, for which Reverend Father John S. Kavas promised to establish the Catholic school in Songlu village. Some of the prominent leaders who were instrumental in bringing Catholic school in Songlu village are Denis Daujalun and Mr. Felix Thanglun, Mr. Andrew Kaihau, late Mr. Michael Lamlet, late Mr. Denis Passy, Mr. Peter Sehlam, ex-HGB, and Mr. Mark Ledjang. St. Joseph School, Songlu was officially inaugurated in the old community hall on 8th April 2008 by Sri Vikoi Chakesang EAC Athibung, while Reverend Father John S. Kavas, the parish priest, blessed the building in the presence of students, leaders, GBs, village council members, Songlu villagers, and representatives from neighboring villages. LKG, UKG, and Class 1 were started in the same year, and the total enrollment was 53 students. The first four lady teachers, namely Lucy Mao, headmistress, Grace Mao, Lydia Mao, and Claire Mao, were accommodated in the veterinary quarter. At the end of the same year, the church members built 5 classrooms with thatched roof in another site, as the community hall could not be used anymore. Thatched roof of the school was replaced with CGI sheet later on, and school continued to function in the same campus for 15 long years till 2023. In the year 2009, school was upgraded up to class 3 and the total enrollment was 105. In the year 2010, the school was upgraded up to class 4 and the total enrollment was 171. We acquired the necessary permission from Directorate of School Education to open the school by an order dated on 4th June 2011. In the year 2012, the school was upgraded up to class 5 and the total enrollment was 160. In the year 2015, we had the highest enrollment in the school with 194 students up to class 5. In the year 2016, the school was upgraded up to class 6. School was again upgraded up to class 7 in the year 2022 with the enrollment of 130 students. For the year 2023 and 2024, we have maintained the same enrollment of 147. We hope to pray that enrollment will go up year by year. The year 2024 had been an year of God's blessing for all of us. The new school building was blessed by Most Reverend Dr. James Thopil, Bishop of Kohima, and inaugurated by Sri Johnny Rongme, Joint CEO, NSDMA, Government of Nagaland, on 12 February in the new campus, and regular classes began in the new school building. School had the sports and games conducted from 24th to 26th April. We had the first term and second term exams conducted besides two unit tests were also conducted. We had the parents teachers meeting on 28th of June. Literary competitions were conducted during the month of September and October to help the students to develop their various inborn talents. On every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, various classes take their turns to conduct assembly programs, which enable them to have self-confidence in conducting various programs. School Advisory Board had been formed for the first time and we had the first meeting on 10th November. We also celebrated the Children's Day on 14th of November by putting up various items by the teachers to tell children that you are the future of our society and our country. The celebration came to an end with common meal. At present, the school has 10 teaching staffs and 1 non-teaching staff. With this, I conclude the school report. Thank you.